operations research. In this session, we are going to discuss the advantages and limitations of operations research. Following are certain advantages of operations research, that is OR. Operations research helps decision maker to take better and quicker decisions. It helps decision maker evaluate the risk and results of all the alternative decisions. So it improves the quality of decisions and makes the decisions more effective. Operation research helps in preparing future managers as it provides in-depth knowledge about a particular action. Operations research develop models which provides logical and systematic approach for understanding, solving and controlling a problem. Operations research reduces the chances of failure as it provides many alternatives for one problem, which helps the management to choose the best decision. Even managers can evaluate the risk associated with each solution and can decide whether they want to go with the solution or not. It helps users in optimum use of resources. For example, linear programming techniques in operations research suggest more effective methods and efficient ways of optimality. It helps in finding the limitations and scope of an activity. Using this information, he can measure the performance of employees and can compare it with the standard performance. It modifies mathematical solutions before they are applied. Managers may accept or modify the mathematical solutions obtained using operations research techniques. It helps suggest alternative solutions for the same optimum profit if the management wants so. So you have understood that these are the advantages of using operations research. So suppose if a manager is deciding on when to place the order for new material, then he will have to use the technique of forecasting which is used in operations research such that he would come to know as to how much is the raw materials in the factory, how many finished goods have been made, what is the demand and supply over the last few months or years. Accordingly, he can take a decision of producing the products and making it available for the next demand. Say if the example would be for use of umbrellas during rainy season. Before rainy season, before 6 months advance, the planning is done in the companies as to how many umbrellas would be sold based on their past year's performance. So accordingly, raw materials have to be brought in. The work has to be allocated to optimal number of workers such that the idle time is reduced. The raw material which comes in is converted into finished goods in the particular estimated duration of time such that it is ready for dispatch as and when it is required. Also, once the umbrellas are made, they would be kept in the inventory, so the inventory cost would increase. After that, say the demand suddenly starts and the umbrellas have to be brought into the market. If at all in this year the demand is more than what we have produced, then the company would suffer a loss because the customers want the product but they don't have more products to supply. And in case this year the demand of the umbrellas of a particular company just falls, then in that case the company again will have a lot of umbrellas left which will not be sold in the market. So they can either give it off at discounted rates so that it is sold off, or if it is still not sold, then it has to be kept in the inventory and stored till the next season comes up and the next demand is placed in the market. So these are the times where a company may have profit or loss as per the situation. So all these things have to be decided based on some models that are present in operations research, and accordingly decisions have to be made. Now this was an example of a product which was seasonal. It is possible that there are certain products which are non-seasonal. For example, it could be some towels or some kind of rugs that are used And these things do not have any season as such. They are just used world over as and when the customer demands. So they will also have to go through a regular process of demand supply analysis, forecasting, maintenance of inventory, bringing in raw materials, looking at the finished goods, and this would be a weekly affair for the company. Now let's talk about limitations of operations research. Formulation of mathematical models may take into account all possible factors for defining a real-life problem and hence is difficult. As a result, the help of computers is required for the large number of cumbersome computations for such problems. This discourages small companies and other organizations from using OR techniques. So wherever computation comes into picture, small organizations definitely suffer. The bigger organizations adapt to it easily and they prosper. And also there is a very important fact mentioned here that when you are talking about a real life problem, the number of variables are too many. So handling it manually becomes very difficult. In that case, use of computers are better. Otherwise, what happens is smaller organizations tend to neglect few factors which are affecting the objective function. Unquantifiable factors. Some problems may involve a large number of intangible factors such as human emotions, human relationship, etc., which cannot be quantified. Hence, the best solution cannot be determined for such problems because such factors have to be excluded. So, this is also a very important point that when you are dealing with humans, obviously human relationships, emotions, they all come into picture. And when you are not taking these intangible factors, which cannot be measured, is intangible, you cannot take them into picture and calculate, then it definitely becomes a big limitation. Dependence on experts. A specialist who may be a mathematician or a statistician is needed to understand the formulation of models, find solutions, and recommend their implementation. Managers who deal with such problems may not have such specialization, and hence the result may not be optimal. So when you are talking about using a particular technique of OR, there are experts needed. It is possible the managers do not know how to handle them, and in such cases it becomes difficult to use the model of OR. Model is abstraction of real life situations and not the reality. This is very important. So what you do is you only convert whatever factors are possible, and few of the real life problems may not be taken into picture at all because it is not possible to either measure or take into account so many factors. Assumptions need to be made about the nature and importance of some factors in order to construct an operations research model. This is also important that you need to understand the importance of certain factors, or you need to understand how it is going to affect your productivity or your cost or profit. So that is very important. A reasonably good solution without the use of operations research may be preferred by the management as compared to a slightly better solution provided by using operation research, since it is very expensive in terms of time and money. So this is a very big limitation of OR, that sometimes when it becomes expensive for a company, the company will altogether reject it and just go by their experience or just by some calculation that this could be the demand this year and accordingly produce and go ahead. So they would not depend on the techniques of OR altogether. So with this, I end the session on advantages and limitations of operations research. I hope you have understood the session. If you have any doubt, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.